What is going on, everyone? Welcome to the actual 25th episode of our podcast, Don't Stop Beleafing, where we talk all about the Leafs all the time to anyone who will listen. And I am your host, Nolan Drinkwalter, and this is my co-host, king of, impromptu podcast, Jack Prince. How's it going, buddy?
Good, man. Good. Yeah, I'm a little Jimmy rig set up at my work right now because we all had an ice storm for the weekend, so power's out pretty well everywhere. Looks like you have your power back, though.
Power came back on today, buddy.
So that's exciting. My parents are still without power since Saturday, and they said it's going to come back on tomorrow, which is Wednesday. So it's been a ride. So I just pieced out of there on Sunday, and so I had power, but we had to cancel the pod last night, which we usually do when it's a Sunday game. We do the pod on the Monday, and no one can do it because you're still without power.
Couldn't do it either days, man.
And then I have volleyball today, so it's quite a crunch. So I was like, maybe if I bring all my stuff to work.
Did anybody say anything?
No, they're laughing the fact that I'm doing it here.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome. But yeah, it's been a crazy week. No power since Saturday, and I could not keep in one place, man. Just running around, trying to get things done, trying to make sure the meat and the stuff in the freezer doesn't thaw out. And then now today it was like, oh no, are my pipes gonna freeze? It's -4 outside, and it's been cold. So
one thing after the next now when you're a homeowner.
I know, that's what I ended up not going to work today just so I could make sure the house didn't fall over.
Yeah, and that's understandable.
And then yesterday, the power was out at work, so we didn't even work yesterday.
Yeah, it's like everywhere. Nobody worked yesterday. It's been crazy, man. Except Toronto. Everyone, it's like nothing even happened here in Toronto.
Yeah.
People are just existing, living life.
Like apparently right where the 115 meets 35, from there on, nothing.
Yeah. And it was
it you telling me that?
Yeah, it was telling me that because I was driving back trying to get gas, and I was almost right on E, and I was like, Lindsay, nope. Next gas station, nope. Every gas station I pass, my gas light went on, and the first gas station, as soon as you turn on the 115, was out. I'm like, oh no, I'm screwed. I'm gonna have to call CAA to bring me some gas. Very next gas station, lights, and I was just like, I did it.
It was like, oh.
Yeah, exactly. I've never been so happy to see a gas station, other than the one time I really need to go to the bathroom. But yeah,
and then you got tank gas, I guess, man. Nice.
Yeah, so then I filled right up, and then I went to volleyball, and then as soon as I got to volleyball, everything just hit me collectively, because you didn't realize you're in like a fight or flight the whole weekend with the no power and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
So I got really tired there. But yeah, pretty crazy. I've never witnessed anything like that in my life.
No,
it was like an ice tornado.
Tornado?
Yeah, because it looked like a tornado went through.
Oh, I see.
Because of all the trees and destruction, but everything was an ice.
Yeah, it's crazy how heavy the ice got on the trees and just to break them all.
Maybe the scariest sound I've ever heard in my life was I came back from curling on Saturday night, and all I hear is bang, bang. And we're talking like every 5 seconds this is happening. And then one happened right beside me in our yard. And if I was, 10 feet over, I probably would have died.
Whoa, that close, eh?
Oh, it was so scary. It was right beside, it was, that one tree that's really close to our driveway, Nolan? Like, that we usually put the scoreboard up. It was one of those big limbs, and it was towards the driveway and landed as I was walking on the driveway. Right beside me, the big one.
That's freaking scary.
Yeah, so I ran inside. Yeah, pretty crazy. So
yeah, at the farm, the laneways, both sides are just pine trees. So you couldn't even drive through. It was so bad.
Did all of them fall?
Yeah. Just like a lot of branches from them, and then a lot of them split in half. Like, it was wild.
Did you guys use a tractor to clear all that?
On Monday, we had a bunch of chainsaws, and we were just chopping everything up. Zach used the tractor. Still, we barely put a dent into it.
Gosh.
There's 3 of us working on it.
Wow.
Yeah. And Zach said he almost get hit by a branch too.
Yeah, that's the thing. If you're out while it was still icy before it melted, it's still very dangerous.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
All right, should we get going?
Oh yeah, and I just wanted to say about the last week was the 24th episode of our podcast, and I said the wrong number. So this one is the actual 25th episode. We're a quarter of a century.
It took me when I was uploading, I put 25th and everything in the thing, and I was like going to the point where we're putting it on YouTube or something like that. I'm like, where is our 24th episode? I swear to God, I didn't miss. And I was looking at the dates. Oh, last week was our 23rd. So I had to edit everything.
Yeah,
that's 25. Here we are, a quarter of a century. We made it.
Now we're here.
We're finally here. A little premature, but we got here.
What's the song? From the bottom to the top? No. Look where we came
From the bottom, now I'm here.
There it is. Yeah. We started at 1, now we're here.
Yeah. Crazy, and they're almost done a whole season.
True, man. 9 games left in the season.
Haven't missed a week.
Yeah, just the 1 week, I guess, but we purposely took it off.
Yeah. So that's, can't complain.
Fans back,
dedication, priorities,
dedication,
discipline.
And now we're going to get to what everybody wants from us, all our listeners, is we're going to talk about the Leafs. So we're going to start with the big story of the week. JT, John Tavares, our former captain, our consistency boy, named second star of March, 13 goals in 15 games, 20 points. He has 35 goals this season. He's on pace for 41, which will make him, that would be his second highest goals in a season, because his highest is the 47 he got the first season with the Leafs. And this week, 3 goals, 7 assists for 10 points in 4 games.
He's on a tear. And as a contract year, that's rough.
Oh, no.
I would like to see a stat of baseline of guys versus their contract years.
I know. Like last year, he only had 29 goals, and he's crushing that.
And he's older.
He's getting slowing down.
Getting old. Just too old.
I don't know, man. Like I think he's done amazing this year. It's like they want to call it the Renaissance season of JT. I still think this is not going to change the number of his salary for him to stay here, for him to take a team discount, I guess, if you want to call it that. I still think he's getting 6 to 7 million over like 6 years. Yeah. So like they'll be right into his twilight years. And that's probably even when the team is out of the window anyways.
I heard a random rumor, though, that he wants to get a higher contract for shorter term, which makes no sense to me as somebody that would want to stay in Toronto and work into his older years.
Where'd you hear this rumor?
Just work.
Well, I don't believe that at all.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't make sense when he has 3 kids, a wife here. He's lived here for the last 7 years. And this is his hometown. Yeah,
I don't know what would be more beneficial, like signing a higher contract for 3 years and then just taking league min after that, or, doing normally, like a 5-year deal or something like that.
And like that $6 million won't be worth anything in 6 years if the cap keeps going the way it's going.
Yeah. It would be more team friendly if you did that.
Yeah.
Look at Ovi. Ovi's contract's so nice for the Washington.
How much is he making?
I don't know, but apparently he saved the Washington by backlogging it and doing like the way he did it. Apparently he saved them a ton of millions and a ton of cap space.
And he's still scoring like a 50-goal clip.
Yeah.
Worth it?
Yeah.
You think Ovi would be worth it?
Shut up. Yeah.
I don't know. I'll have to see some more out of him. He doesn't give me enough.
They keep posting more Ovi highlights of that team, and that team just looks like they're getting along, having so much fun.
Well, when you're winning, you're having fun. Let's be real.
Yeah, that like they seem really tight-knit.
Oh yeah, of course. Do you think Winnipeg's tight-knit as well?
I don't know. They don't show enough highlights of them.
Why? Maybe because they're not tight-knit enough.
Maybe
like
they're not.
We can't show that. Winning's supposed to be fun.
Maybe they're so tight-knit that they're keeping it behind closed doors.
That's weird. But yeah, so JT, he's going to be my player of the week. When I was looking at the stats this week, I knew he played well. I didn't realize he had 10 friggin' points.
Yeah,
and a game-winning goal against LA.
Yeah.
Which was a big goal in the third period. Like, the big guy showed up for that. I loved it. He had a big goal. Didn't score in Anaheim. I guess he had 2 in Philly, which was a blowout. So still scoring goals, though. Still helping the team there. And to me, yeah, that's like 10 points in 4 games is ridiculous.
It's insane.
And coming into the playoffs, too. This boy is insane right now, and I love it.
Yeah, you can't say enough about him. And the shot is what still baffles me, because you don't think of JT as this sniper, but his shot is elite.
Oh, yeah. Do you think in practice, like, all I can picture is that all the guys standing in a line, and Matthews is behind him being like, shoot like this. Nope, you move this here, that. They're like going in line and like moving each guy.
But then they're all going to have back problems.
Next year, they're all on IR. But we won the cup this year.
Worth it. Cowboy comes in, he has back problems too.
You're only 20, man. What's going on? So you might as well do your player of the week while we're right here now.
It's tough because Domi's playing lights out, so I want to honorable mention him because he's whipping around there so much so he's a center again. And that goal, unreal. But I'm going to give it to somebody that we don't give it to that often, and that's Lorentz. Because we talked about him last week, gave him some flowers, and guy scores another game-winning goal.
It's insane.
It's insane. And I did get the stat for you, Nolan. He scored 2 goals in the playoffs last year, and one of them was a game winner.
I heard that one too on Sportsnet.
Yeah,
so you know, it's after I brought up the game-winning goals, everybody else started bringing it up.
Yeah, you know what? Maybe they heard you say it, Nolan.
They had to have,
because this podcast is so widespread and lucrative.
It's global.
Start clipping this stuff and be like, "We said it first. We said it first."
Actually, we'll get to something you said last week, but keep going about
predicting things.
Yeah.
What, you're gonna chirp my goalie prediction?
Nope.
Something else?
No, that one.
Good.
The goalie one. The goalie one.
Yeah, goalie one. So what? One bad game ruined the whole thing.
Literally the next day after you said it.
Yeah, but other than that, they were good.
We'll get to that. We'll get to that. So Jack, keep going with your player of the week. Lorentz.
Lorentz. Guys, game-winning goal. That whole shift that he scored on, that fourth line, cycling, put on a clinic.
Oh, yeah.
That was awesome to watch. The chemistry there. We have a very good fourth line when you stack it up against all the other fourth lines in the league. So very happy with Lorentz's play. And again, guy just goes in, works hard, leaves it all out there every game. He reminds me kind of Hyman that way, the consistency of effort put in, game in and game out. So
crazy. He's Lorentz. The same number as Hyman.
Oh, yeah. Never even noticed that.
Yeah.
No, Hyman was 11. No?
Oh, is he 18 now?
Maybe.
Because someone was 11 on Edmonton. Sure. Okay, yeah. You're right. Sorry. He's 18 now.
Yeah, you know that because your favorite number is 18, so you pay attention to that stuff.
Yup.
Yeah. Yeah, so Steven Lorentz. You want to just go into goal of the week right now? Because I already mentioned Domi.
Is that going to be your goal?
No, it's yours. You can take it.
I just want to say one thing about that shift on the fourth line. Bambi Legs Holmberg actually had a great shift.
Dude.
Oh my God, man.
I was watching him that shift and I'm like, what's no one going to chirp him for now?
I can't. Like, he's started that play and then he started cycling and was actually pushing a guy off. So
yeah.
I have to give it to him, man.
He's very good at protecting the puck and going back and forth. He must have went back and forth so many times. It was making me tired.
I'm like, oh, he's going to fall over this time? No, wow, what?
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, goal of the week for me, Max Domi against an Anaheim Ducks. First goal of the game. Pulls a move that players dream of pulling. And not only that, after I wouldn't even, was it a toe drag? Do you call that a toe drag?
Yeah, it was a toe drag.
So he drags it around Radko Gudas.
Pull and drag, maybe.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry, Professor. So he toes it around Radko Gudas, and all right at the top of the circles, all in one motion. He doesn't even dust the puck off or anything. backhands it from there, and it goes top shelf. And if it wasn't for Yarncroke and Lawton driving the net on that play, pushing everyone back, he wouldn't get that one-on-one chance with Gudas, and the goalie would be less distracted and probably be able to stop that puck too. So it's a good all-line effort, but also an amazing individual effort by Domi to make that play.
Yeah, I love the driving of Lawton and Yarncroke on that to isolate Gudas, and he made Gudas look like a forward.
Oh, he looked terrible, man.
Because sometimes in those plays you think, oh, that's a forward that just got walked because of the D or with the other. It was Gudas, and I was like, there's a picture of him like facing the other way as Domi's going around him. It's like Gudas defense or whatever. It's like, what are you doing? Yeah, awesome to see that happen to that guy too after what he did to Wall. Still,
he's one of the most hated players in Toronto, I think.
Yeah, implanted in my head. Like, rookie goalie playoffs, you yell in his face, like, get out of here.
Dude, you're like 34 years old. What are you doing?
Yeah, get out of here.
That's a beer league move.
Yeah, and you know I'm a good sucker for a backhand goal in the one.
Oh, yeah.
Baby. But what was kind of cool is after they're kind of analyzing Domi's play, it's like, this guy he has a good backhand. He's got a good wrist shot. He's an excellent passer. He's a good skater. It's like, why doesn't he use all these tools more often?
Well, he has the biggest issue of all. He's dumb. He makes the dumbest decisions on the ice, man. I think his hockey IQ isn't there.
Yeah.
But he has like literally everything else.
Yeah, like has all these skills.
Like the aggression too.
So good.
I think he was like an 11. He was 11 in the first round. He was picked 11th.
Yeah, he was sick in junior.
He's really good. I really like him. He just makes the dumbest plays with penalties. His defense is bad too, but you can also put that into hockey IQ as well.
Yeah,
and being league this long.
Yeah.
So I think that's his biggest issue. But I will stand by this player until he's done. But I love him. I will always love him, even with these dumb plays he makes.
Yeah, same. Because he loves the Leafs.
And he has that fire, man, that you don't see in a lot of players.
He's a gamer, man. Loves it. It's good to see these guys firing like JT and him before the playoffs.
Oh, yeah.
And we need them in this final stretch if we're going to come first. So it's been good. So I'll go into my goal of the week. I'm going to take Marner's goal on the breakaway again.
Oh, yeah.
With Gudas trailing. Because that was just... I didn't think he was going to go that way. It looked like he was going to cut the other way.
Did you think that was going to be a backhand?
Yeah, it looked like he was going to cut back. And then I think everyone thought he was going to. He sold it so well. I thought, oh yeah, for sure he's going to cut back. And then he went back the other way.
Beautiful. The only reason I didn't think it was going to be a backhand, because the defense was on that side of him.
He had a step.
Do you think he had enough of a step to get around?
Oh, he had a huge step.
Yeah?
Yeah.
That's the only reason why I didn't think he was going backhand, because the defenseman was on that side of him.
Yeah, no, he sold it. It was
he sold it.
Such a sick move. I was pumped.
Is that Dolstall in that too, right?
Yeah,
he's
a good goalie.
Really good goalie.
Again, the Ducks aren't that great, but their goalies are really good.
Mm-hmm. A lot like Calgary.
Yeah,
just being carried by goaltending right now.
Yes, exactly.
But yeah, beautiful goal, beautiful breakaway. I like that. That was to take the lead. No, because they were up 2-0 in that game.
Yeah.
Another lost lead. Not good to see, but back-to-back game. They still won it.
Dude, their schedule wild. And that's why I'm going to excuse them for their loss. Because that game they played on Tuesday, had to travel out west. And I'm getting pretty old, man. And so if I have to stay up past my bedtime, I'm not good. Like, if I have to go play men's league at 10:30 at night, that affects me in my play. And so that's what they had to do. The game was 10:30 game.
To them, yeah, I know.
For them. And so...
They would end at 2 in the morning.
And they played 2 days. So they had a travel day to go over there. And then you make them play at 10:30 at night? Like, at least make it 9:30 or 10 at the very latest. 10:30? That's ridiculous. So I give him a total pass for that game. And that's why I'm, again, passing Joseph Wall and being like, "It's not your fault, buddy." You know how particular that guy
We'll
is.
get there. We'll get
You know
there.
how particular that guy is about his routines and stuff, man. Like, you can't make that guy play at 10:30 at night. What is this?
Just
If you're
because
gonna
he
give
plays
that
the piano,
schedule to
everybody
the Leafs,
likes him.
Be fair. Be fair. Unbelievable. Back to backs, like every 2 seconds, too. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. Freaking sick of it. Yamanashi.
But yeah, like San Jose booked it properly, or whoever does the scheduling for the NHL. I'm guessing all the teams come together and make the schedule, right?
Yeah, plus the boys have probably got Joe Thornton and Marlowe on their mind, going back to the house and seeing their, dads, dads.
Did you see the picture?
Yeah, it's awesome.
Was Will Smith and Macklin Celebrini in it too?
Yeah.
Why are you taking a picture with the enemy? Why are you doing that?
I don't know. U.S. hockey, Matthews.
What you should do is push those 18-year-olds over.
or hit their car with the team bus.
That's funny. I don't even know how that happens, but man.
I don't know.
Probably on purpose. But since we're talking
initiation.
about it, yeah, right. Since we're talking about the California road trip, used to be known as Death Valley because you would get a gauntlet of the 3 best teams in the league usually.
Oh,
and the Leafs sucked back then. So they'd always go 0-3.
Yeah.
And like it would be late, you can't watch the games. What's the point of watching? They're going to lose anyways.
They probably just wrote that off and just took a vacation. We're like, guys, we're going to lose all 3 games. Might as well just enjoy the California coast.
Get Bieber out here.
Go drink some wine. And I don't know.
Go to the beach. Santa Monica Pier.
Yeah.
What else can you do in California?
Put on flip-flops. Look at palm trees.
You don't get out more, do you? If you're having a good time is putting on flip-flops, if your idea of having a good time is putting on flip-flops,
dude, it takes
crazy.
So little to make me happy, and people, I think, are jealous of that.
I think so.
Even I got a nice pen today and wrote with that pen. Wow, beautiful.
I know what you mean, though. Getting a nice pen, you're like, fuck yeah, I'm keeping this pen.
Just the way it glides.
Yeah. My writing actually looks good today because of it.
I protect it sometimes. If I get a good pen, like leave work, I'll put it in my pocket, make sure nobody can take it.
So you're stealing pens from work? You're stealing one right now. You just said you stole a pen from work.
Yeah, but I bring it back. So it's like, I'm going to bring it back to work. It's my work pen.
So you're like borrowing.
I don't use it outside work. I just make sure nobody takes it from me.
So you put it in your pocket.
Yeah.
Do you take it out of your pocket at home?
No, it's in my work jacket.
Oh, I see. I'm thinking pants pocket for some reason.
No, work jacket, pocket. Right in the, and then
do you have a pocket protector?
Do
you have a pocket protector? You should look into one of those.
What was that?
It keeps your pens from exploding in your pocket.
What? There's a thing?
Yeah, it's for nerds.
Oh, I might have to look into that because I like this pen.
Look into that.
Learn something new every day.
Anyways, back to the California trip, where it's so much fun with sandals, I guess. Leafs go 2-0-1. They lose the first game 6-5 in OT against San Jose. We'll talk about that. Let's get through the other 2 games first, just the scores. They win in LA 3-1 in a banger of a game. And then on the back-to-back, they play Anaheim and win 3-2. Close game there, but they didn't look the greatest. They were sluggish, you could tell.
Yeah. But they got the job done.
They did. 5 out of 6 points. They took a 3-point lead on Florida in the Atlantic race for first. But Florida does have a game in hand right now. But coming up this week, Florida plays Montreal tonight, or Tuesday night. Is it today, Tuesday? Plays Montreal tonight. And then they have a back-to-back. They play Toronto tomorrow night.
Yeah.
So we finally get them on a back-to-back.
Nice.
And they'll have their new addition of Brad Marchand.
Playing in the game. Assisted the overtime winner the other night.
We're not going to talk about that. Oh, it makes me so mad. We might as well start with the beginning of the week. They also beat Philly at the beginning of the week before the California road trip. 7-2. Put an absolute whooping on them. And actually probably got John Tortorella fired.
Yeah.
So Leafs are just 3-0. So that's 3-0-1 this week. They're on fire. And that's good to have it right now. And hopefully these last 9 games, they just keep firing right into the sun on their hot streak.
Yeah. Shit, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So the Philly game, Tavares, 2 goals, 2 assists that game. He was on fire. The team,
Matthews.
yeah, like they dominated. There was barely any shots on net. I think there's like 14, 15 shots against Stolars. So like not much to say about the game other than they just actually dominated them. A couple things I didn't like was Philly had a couple of great A1 chances that they either fanned on or missed the net. And Leafs came back right after and scored a goal. And all I could think of was like, what if they scored there? Like the game would be completely different.
Just kept, it was weird watching them. They kept fanning on the puck or like missing a pass, receiving a pass or something. I'm like, wow, it looks like their power play is just such a struggle.
This is for Philly?
Yeah, because it's like they can't even move the puck. This is embarrassing.
It's embarrassing, yeah. But like if they scored on those chances,
yeah, it could have been a different game, but they didn't because Wall's also awesome.
Well, one missed the net, one hit the post, and one was fanned on.
Yeah, and he knew,
and that was Stolar's the net.
Yeah, whatever. Still good.
Do you even know hockey, man?
Man, honestly, it was so long ago.
Twas, but we are talking about it.
A lot of games ago, so I haven't watched the replays or anything like that. Plus, a lot's happened.
Yeah, and then we'll go to the San Jose game. They lose, in a shootout 6-5 against San Jose, a young, crappy team, but it actually has some stars on it. They broke down a lot defensively, which I didn't like, but again, let's chalk it up to late start, sloppy game, one-off. Woll scores on himself that game, if you saw it.
Don't care.
You don't care?
Don't care.
Terrible goal. If you're a goalie, stay in your friggin' net. He had about 19 other options he could have done there. Put it behind the net. Put it into the corner. Put it to the other side. He instead decides to put it right into is it Celebrini's feet?
Dude, he's tired, man. Like, they traveled.
You
know how particular he is about his routines and stuff. You know, if he's not feeling it.
You're a pro athlete. Do your job.
Yeah. No. Give him an all pass. Don't read into that game, guys.
Well, it happened. We're going to talk about it. It was the blip of the week, so we're going to talk about it.
We're going to talk about it. There's nothing to talk about.
Okay, well, the Leafs score 2 goals in the last minute of the game to bring it to overtime.
Yeah, and we have that talent. We're like, what are we doing? We're losing to San Jose. Let's pick up a point here, boys.
Yeah.
Like Keith hockey.
Well, the thing is, they have been terrible at 6-on-5 throughout the whole year. So to see it get going like that with 2 goals against any team in the NHL, to get 2 goals in the last minute like that, that's a beautiful thing to see before playoffs coming up. And it maybe builds confidence and it shows they're able to do this and will be able to do it in the future. And maybe they're just getting hot at the right time, these big guys.
Yeah, it's good to see them dig down deep when it is not going for them.
Yeah. And
like that.
The tying goal, there's a play by Nyes, very small, that I really liked. Auston Matthews gets one time in the side of the net. Mm-hmm. Georgiev stops it. He picks it up, or JT picks it up maybe, and passes it to Marner. Marner's cutting out, and Nylander opens up wide open, and he passes it across. Nyes was about to grab it, sees Nylander right behind him, lifts his stick.
Smart.
Nylander with the open net right there.
Shoots it. Yeah.
There's like little things like that. It's amazing.
Nyes is playing so well right now. I was watching him on the power play and 50-50 pucks, winning battles in front of the net. They're even using him as a bumper, and he's the guy in front of the net. I'm just like, what?
And like he should have about 10 spiritual assists this year by his screening alone.
Yes.
Friggin' just right in that goalie's grill, man.
Just being a dog, taking his punishment.
Oh, yeah. And he has the most hits on the team right now.
Yeah. He's up there. The stat was him. Only other players are like Tom Wilson and Matthew Tkachuk.
With 25 goals and 150 hits, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Then I wanted to talk about, well, actually, you want to talk about the shootout goals by Celebrini and Smith?
I didn't see them.
You didn't see them?
No.
They were some wizardry. They were insanely good goals. Like, watch them.
Yeah, I was in bed.
If only there was a object that would replay things for you so you can see them again when they were already passed.
Yeah. Does that exist?
Yeah, it does.
No, let me know.
You should use that.
Somebody should create that.
So we'll go on to the LA game. Leafs win 3-1. It's a big game.
Oh, man. Totally forgot about Matthews' goal.
Yeah. Do you want to talk about that one?
Yeah, put it. Okay, Matthews was buzzing this whole week. Honorable mention to him too. But you can't just keep giving it to Matthews every week. But it's good to see him being more like old Auston Matthews.
True, but you can't keep honorable mentioning everybody too.
Yeah, I can.
No, you can't.
10 goals in 13 games. Auston Matthews.
Auston
Matthews. So, yeah, put it underneath the guy's stick and then just snipe, whatever. Just a regular day in the life of Auston Matthews.
It was such a smooth move, too.
Everything.
And so quick. Smooth.
Yeah. And was it Fiala? He put it by? Fiala?
Yeah, it was 22.
Fiala? Yeah, it's so good.
It honestly looked like he was about to shoot.
Yeah.
Fiala goes for the poke check, so he just lifts the stick up, slides her through a bit, then shoots. Yeah. That's wild.
Yeah. Vintage Matthews.
Yeah, but before that, the high stick call. The puck hit the stick, right?
What, Marner's?
No, Matthews when he swung around and hit in the LA goal.
Oh,
they almost called back his goal. Oh. So, right after he had a breakaway before that, got stopped, puck flies in the air, he swings at it, and he nicked it in the air. I thought so. I think they said it was below his shoulders, so that's why it wasn't a high stick. Not because it was hit. I was really confused because it looked like it was a high stick for sure. It was higher than the Marner one the next game.
Yeah, Matthews, big boy.
Yeah.
Way bigger than Marner. I don't know. I wasn't watching much of the game because I was at curling that night, and again, I didn't watch highlights.
Cool. And then we go on to Auston Matthews assists the next goal. They got 2 4-on-3s in the second period. Wild happened in the game ever, really.
Yeah.
And then Riley makes an amazing play to get to Auston Matthews in the slot.
Riley on vacation.
Another road trip, eh?
Another road trip.
And JT's just there to clean up the garbage, but ends up being the game-winning goal. Beautiful. Love it. And then he gets the empty net or two to seal off the deal.
Yeah, which is also a hard-working goal.
Yes, it was. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've noticed that he's on the 6-on-5s a lot now, like when they are the defending team.
Yeah, he's JT?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's so reliable.
Yeah, I understand that, but it's just him, Nylander, and Matthews out there.
Yeah.
Which I think is wild to see.
Yes. Put your best players out there and let them perform. I wouldn't want to go into puck battles with JT, Nylander, or Matthews.
But JT isn't on the penalty kill.
Don't want to injure him. He's old. Don't want to overuse him.
He's old.
He's too old.
But I just thought that was interesting that but his face-off percentage is sky high this year.
Yeah, so they want him taking the draw and then have Matthews out there just in case he gets booted.
Because his is also sky high this year.
Yeah.
They have they're second in face-off percentage this year.
They were first. Okay, cool.
Damn. They're down. Never mind, they suck. Yeah. Scrap the team.
You know, we should have a whole thing about what happened to face-offs. They were first last week, and then now they're second.
It's because Domi's taking face-offs.
Make it big. Probably, actually. Problem solved.
Yeah.
Just solved it.
But also in the San Jose game, we forgot to mention this, Lawton gets his first goal as a Leaf.
Yeah.
Big clap bomb from the points that went off the San Jose player and in. Beautiful goal. But he's playing third line winger right now. Domi in the middle, Yarn Croak on the other side. Is this where we're going to see him, like the final spot we're going to see him in the lineup? Or is there more of a switch going to happen?
I don't know. It's tough to say. They seem to like him on wing, which as long as he's on the third line, I'm okay with, because then he makes it more justifiable that we got this guy, for a third line.
Yeah, but the whole point was to get a third line center. And we're putting him on the wing. What are you doing?
But maybe having a support player like that on the wing makes our center better?
So does this mean Robertson's just gone then in the lineup?
It seems that way right now, no?
Yeah, it does. It does.
Because, I don't know, if you're in the playoffs and everything's so tight and you can't have any room for error, you're playing Yarncroke over Robertson defensively, and Yarncroke can still finish.
Yeah, he has a rocket of the shot, yeah.
So, yeah, it seems like Robertson's the odd man out right now, which I don't mind, because usually when you leave Robertson out and you bring him back in, the game he comes back in, he plays like an animal.
Yeah.
So keep the healthy competition going.
So do you think this is the lineup we're going to see for Florida on Wednesday?
I think so. I don't see why they'd change it.
The only thing I would think of is just Domi not being as good defensively, and you're playing a top team with a great third line. Do you put a more defensive center there?
I don't know. I don't think so. I think they want to see what he can do against Florida as a potential.
But we've seen that for 70 games now.
Not with Lawton on his wing.
So you think that's going to make the difference?
I think so. I think the guys you play with and play off of can bail you out.
True, and maybe balance you. Maybe there's a more fluid motion in the defensive zone where there's not really a center.
Yeah.
You could use something like that for the third line. Because even Yarncroke has played center before.
And these guys are grinding out pucks for Domi to get. And doing the hard work, like driving the net on that goal.
Yeah.
So in things that maybe, I don't know, Robertson would probably be hanging back looking for a shot instead of driving the net.
Fair, but like that third line has always feasted on worse teams.
Yeah. So I don't think they change anything. I think they're gonna see what they have.
And then since we're talking about lineups and healthy scratches, we Patches, Max Pacioretty, and Hakanpää are fully practicing again, and sounds like they could be ready for the playoffs.
That's wild,
right? Hakanpää's pulling a Forsberg, or a Kucherov being out all year, coming back.
Is Mark Stone?
Yeah, is Mark Stoning it? Same with Pacioretty.
Oh man!
But are they
in the cup? People are going to be like, "Caps, you cheated."
I'm like, yep, we did it. Woohoo!
Doesn't matter how, it's just how many.
How many what?
I don't
know. So are you slotting both these players in first game of the playoffs if they're healthy and ready to go?
If they haven't played, no.
No?
No.
They can't play.
Yeah, that's what I mean. If they haven't played a single NHL game, you're not slotting them in the playoffs until you have to.
I know, but what I'm saying is, like, they can't play in the regular season right now because of the cap hit. The cap.
Yeah, so you're not slotting them in first game of the playoffs, Nolan. You're waiting till you need to change up the momentum, and then you slot them in.
I don't know.
If somebody plays bad, and then I would rather
have Pacioretty in there than Holmberg.
I don't think you just throw him in. Not in playoffs first game. No.
I would rather have Hakanpää in there than Benoit, and OEL can go back to his right side.
Not for first game playoffs.
I would do that. Hakanpää is a 6'7" guy who's great on the penalty kill, who can block shots, who's mean, and who's right-handed. So he'll stick on the right side, and OEL can go to his left side.
Yeah, I see why you're making those points, and I get it. I just don't think that's the play. It's first game playoffs. You don't play a guy that hasn't touched a puck. It's different putting Kucherov or Mark Stone in there where they're like elite players. These are your bottom guys.
Exactly. So they won't have as an effect in the game as an elite player.
They'll have more of an effect because they'll just toss a muffin, or they're not used to the timing. It's so much faster. And they haven't even played a hockey game. I don't think you put them in until you have to.
I don't respectfully disagree with your dumb ass. I would be putting Hakanpää in.
Yeah.
And probably Max Pacioretty, because
we'll clip this and put it on Instagram or wherever social media we have.
Wherever.
What's the time right now? 40 minutes. That's easy to remember.
Can't you mark this shit down when you're on the website?
Dude, I'm doing enough right now for this podcast, okay?
You just click a fucking button.
It's more difficult than that. Okay. So, we'll see what you guys say. We'll see. Do you agree with Nolan or Jack?
See, I'm pretty sure I'm the right one. So we already talked about Are we done with this topic? How I'm right and you're wrong? All right.
I'm not wrong.
Yeah, you
let
are.
the fans decide.
So we already talked about the Anaheim game. Gudas playing. He was a -3 against the Leafs. And he looked terrible. He looked terrible in that Domi goal. Marner burned him on that breakaway.
Yeah.
And he was supposed to be covering Lorentz in front of the net in that third goal. So he was a main factor in all three of those goals.
He was -3.
And I don't think Leafs fans could have a happier win in Anaheim than when that happens.
Yeah. So you could say he wasn't good as he was bad as.
Which one's the pun?
Yeah, well, I was saying like because it's good, like good as.
Yeah.
But then I realized bad kind of sounds like badass, and I don't want that.
No,
because that sounds like a compliment to him. And so, but you can get where the pun came from.
I do. Good as.
Yeah, good
I got
as,
you.
and he was bad as.
So yeah, did you know that the Leafs offered him a contract after Florida?
No, I did not know that.
Yeah, and he declined it to go to Anaheim.
Even more so. Fuck him.
Yeah, right? It makes me hate him even more.
Yeah. Fuck him up.
Screw that guy.
Yeah, it's like Ryan O'Reilly didn't want to sign. Get out of here. Get out of here. We don't need that.
We don't need that shit on this team.
What's the BYOBB? Get out of here.
And yeah, so Lorentz is up to 4 game-winning goals now of the season. I'm sticking with it. He's going to be clutch in the playoffs. You just know it. He's going to have one of those goals.
At the moment he scores overtime, game, clinching series, you're just going to be like, I called it. Are you gonna be gloaty about it, or are you just going to be like, I told us so. I fucking told us so.
When Hakanpää's in the first game and Pacioretty's in the first game, and Lorentz scores that game series clinching goal,
it's gonna hit,
shoving it in your face.
It's gonna hit like crack, eh?
Oh yeah.
Like a good crack dealer, the first hit's always free, eh?
Yeah, buddy. So we're gonna go on to the prospects corner now. We got a couple free agent signings from the Leafs. Borja Vallis was a free agent signing. He's 20. He has 73 points in 57 games. He plays for the Prince George Cougars. I think it's a WHL team. A right-handed winger. They just had their first playoff game. He has 3 points. He's looking real good. They're trying to get a lot of depth right now, forward-wise for the AHL after losing Minton and Grabankin. So I think they're trying to recover those assets. And this is the first one of 2 more, actually. Have you heard of anything of this guy?
No. The thing that always shocks me about these NCAA players is...
Oh, he's a WHL player.
Oh, okay.
He was an overager that didn't get drafted.
Yeah, it's always shocking me that some of these players don't get drafted because you can develop quite a bit after your draft years, I guess. But
yeah.
Is there a certain, after they're old enough, you can't draft anymore?
I think they have 2 draft years that they can... what's it called when they go into the draft?
Eligible?
Yeah. So they're draft eligible, and they say they're going into the draft. I think they have 2 years of that. Then after that, they're a free agent.
Oh, okay. So that's what
unrestricted free agent.
Because like all these NCAA guys, so many of them are pretty sick. And as you can see, the gap from NCAA to the NHL, there is a gap. But you see guys like Will Smith and Celebrini come in from those leagues, and clearly they're not out of place.
No. Well, in Toronto, had Tyler Bozak was an unrestricted free agent signing
and
from the NCAA.
Nice.
But he was drafted.
He was drafted, but I'm saying like he came from NCAA.
Yeah. Well, that league's getting a lot better.
Yeah, so I like these signings of the NCAA.
Yeah, the next one, Luke Haynes. He was the NCAA signing you're talking about. Free agent, 21 years old. He's Dartmouth College. I think he's a center. I think it was to add center depth of Minton being gone. He had 18 points in 22 games at Dartmouth. And now in the AHL, he played his first 2 games. He has a goal and an assist in 2 games. He was the most sought after NCAA free agent, like unrestricted free agent. And the Leafs got him. And do you think that's because of the opportunity he had at center depth because we're lacking there?
I think there's a lot of reasons why you'd want to go play for Toronto. And the Leafs are very good at signing the top players of the KHL that are like eligible free agency and Finnish league and all these European leagues. And I think they have a lot of success out of the NCAA getting. That's the thing when you're a good market like the Leafs and you have players like Matthews and Marner and that potential to be around those guys and then part of a winning franchise. Plus the Leafs have so much deep pockets that they can support development and all these other things. And you go to Canada, you're a god when
even
you're
as
playing
an AHL player.
even as an AHL player, like people love you. Whereas like anywhere else, they don't even know the NHL players. So it's a good package. Like a lot of teams also are players that used to like New York, but New York's not doing so hot right now. So these are the teams that are very, lucrative and get cool opportunities to go play. And when you get to kind of pick.
Yeah, and Leafs throw their money into this stuff, like in this team as well.
So it makes sense that Leafs, offer a very good package for these players.
Yeah. And who is the Rangers farm team?
That's a good question.
Is it the Syracuse Crunch?
Syracuse Crunch, I thought were Tampa's.
Maybe, I don't know. But yeah, so, and then John Prokop, another signing. He was playing with the Admirals, which was Nashville's AHL affiliate.
The Wolfpack.
Where are they located?
Hartford.
Oh, the Hartford Wolfpack. Okay. I got you. That's... I know, but you're not even in New York then. Like, you're in some smaller town in Carolina.
Yeah, Syracuse Crunch are Tampa's. I knew that.
Nice call, dude.
Thanks, bud.
Finally got something right this podcast.
Shut up.
So the third signing, John Prokop. I don't know if it was a signing or a trade, because he did play for the Admirals, Nashville's affiliate, Milwaukee Admirals. But he was 23. He played Union College last year. He did pretty good. He had 27 points in 36 games, and he's a big defenseman. So for a defenseman, 27 points in 36 games is amazing. He's big. He can move the puck well. And he played his first game with the Marlies against the Senators, the Belleville Senators.
Bennington.
What?
Oh, yeah. It used to be Bennington. Now it's Belleville, yeah.
Score one for Nolan. And he apparently played very well in his game, and he stopped a 2-on-1. So This kid could be the real deal as well. And we all know Tree loves those big defensemen. You got him and Cade Weber on the same line. It's going to be insane.
And Dunn was Madison Danford.
Oh, Ben Danford.
Ben Danford, that's it. He's also a big boy.
Yeah, and he's looking good too in Oshawa.
Yeah. So, yeah, and what really stuck out for me was that stat you mentioned about 27 goals, or 27 points. Sorry, that's impressive. As a defenseman, that's a lot of point production for a big body guy.
So I think there's a chance for these guys to play some NHL games.
Yeah, it looks like they're fitting in well at the Marlies.
Yeah.
Both those guys. With their point, or the other one with his points, goal and assists, and
first pro goal in his first game.
Yeah,
gotta love it.
Where you want to start?
Yeah. And then we'll go to last I want to talk about is the goalies for the Leafs right now. Woll had 2 starts this week. He was an .894 save percentage, 3.5 goals against average, and he scored on himself for a goal. So is that the kind of goalie you want starting in the playoffs?
Shut up.
He's kind of been having a down stretch of hockey.
You're honestly worse than the Toronto media. You really are. You take something and you're trying to blow it up, and it's such a take out the one game that he traveled.
The game before that, he played bad as well.
What game was that?
Can you talk for a second while I look it up?
Before Philadelphia?
He didn't play against Philadelphia. He played before that.
That's what I said before Philadelphia.
Yes.
You again, none of the goals were his fault that game. He let in 3. What game was it?
What?
Let in 3.
Yeah, he let in 3.
We won.
That doesn't mean he played well.
Yeah, it does. If none of the goals were his fault and he made the saves that we needed to
Oh, sorry. No, he lost. It was against Nashville. He had 4 goals against. He had an .871 save percentage.
Again, 4th game in a week.
You're a professional athlete. You should be. This is your
Dude,
job. You do this.
This is the ridiculous thing about everybody. Last week we were 3-1, and people were like, "Oh, but the Nashville game, blah 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 blah." And it's like, what do you think? They're just gonna win every game? And they're like, "Yeah, but they're a bottom feeder team." No, like this is the NHL. You're not gonna win every single game.
That was 2 bottom feeder teams they lost against, Jack.
Plus, I heard Tanev was out drinking with his boys at a bachelor party, so he was also.
Where did you hear
hungover.
that?
I have an inside source on that one that knows the family.
That's funny. So that's why Tanev played so bad, eh?
Yeah, and then he left Waller to dry because he wasn't blocking all the shots.
So it's never the goalie's fault. Never the goalie's.
Dude, I'm just saying there's logical explanations right now. Let's just not throw the panic button up.
So Stolarz this week, 2 starts, a .933 save percentage, 1.5 goals against average.
Very good.
So I will ask one more time. Who is starting in the playoffs right now?
Right now?
Right
Stolarz.
now. Do you think that can change in 9 games?
Absolutely,
and
it can.
Like, no, not talking about injuries or anything like that. Are they just going to ride the hot goalie? Is that what you think?
Dude, I would like to see them literally change the goalie every game at the start of the playoff. Why ride one?
Well,
You've been doing
I don't know.
all season. Start Stolarz first game, or whoever comes off this 9-game looking the best and the team's playing the best in front of. You play that goalie. If they play and win their game, then you have to start the goalie again. But if they lose first game, start the next goalie the next game.
I agree with that. I think that's a good idea. That's what I would do too.
Nice. We finally agreed on something, Nolan. Look at that.
Well, when you make it a smart, intellectual point, I will agree with it.
I thought most of my points are very logic-based.
No, because you're more like, well, the team seems to like each other, so they're going to play well.
You guys don't realize how important that is.
Who's you guys?
Everybody versus Jack. It's Jack versus the world.
Get off me!
I look at the humanistic side of the game, Nolan. You guys are just looking at the product on the ice. There's more to it, Nolan.
If you're looking at the human side, that's literally the opposite of the logic side.
We're talking about amulets, Nolan. Riddle me that. How is JT having this season? Amulets, Nolan.
One of the best seasons he's ever had, and it's the amulet.
Yeah, so explain that.
I can't. Magic. I'm telling you, I'm explaining with magic.
Yeah, and you're saying my thoughts are crazy.
But you agree with me with the magic, though.
100%.
Oh yeah.
Where can I get one?
That's on my Christmas wish list for next year. And I'll get you one too, buddy.
Thanks, man.
They're gonna be $500 after the Leafs win the cup. I can tell you that right now. I'll still buy one.
It's a good investment. We'll see if my point production goes up in hockey.
You keep track of that still?
Yeah. No.
So do you have anything else you want to talk about?
No, I gotta get going to volleyball, dude.
All right. Well, if you lasted this long listening to us, thanks for listening. We broke down a lot of good things this week, and Jack made some all right points at some points, and he made some smart ones, actually, which I was surprised by. But please vote on who you think is right with the Hawk and Paw and Pacioretty thing, if they're going to start or not, or if they should start or not, because I want to know how much smarter I am than Jack.
I will hunt you down if you vote against me.
Vote tampering?
No. I will send. Do you want to be happy? I will send you $5. Send $1 to 555 Evergreen Terrace.
Anyway, so for the week ahead, I want you guys to play hard and have fun.
Play hard, have fun.